Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, Umber Rays, and if you haven't already heard the news or you're just waking up, well, here's the big news. It's big collaboration time on the JP side. And yeah, let's just let's show it off, shall we? I don't think that I should need to introduce this, although at the start of the stream it did catch me a little off guard exactly what we were hearing, because this is not per se my favorite Final Fantasy, but this is definitely one of the legendary ones with a ton of characters that people know and love. It is, of course, a Final Fantasy IV collaboration. So let's take a look at what is coming to Brave Exvius on the JP side and eventually on the global side. So, obvious character, first of all, Paladin Cecil, Rosa, and Kane. For our first event, these are the three new characters we'll be seeing. So Paladin Cecil will be coming on July 22nd, with Rosa and Kane following on August 1st. The event will go from July 22nd to August 17th. So it is over 3 weeks long of an event. You can see the limit burst right there. And yeah, pretty exciting. As also we see from this video that Golbez has a finished sprite, and Demon Wall will also be joining this event. So Golbez will be a boss that you actually end up fighting against. And not only will you fight against him, you'll also fight against Demon Wall, and Demon Wall will be an obtainable summon, a defensive-based summon, but yeah. There's a lot of stuff to talk about here, but I'm sure that a lot of FF4 people are super jazzed about this news just because. So yeah, with that being said, get one last peek here. Like I said, it will start right away in a couple of days. Hey, guess what? The stream tonight had a really good amount of news. So we're going to get right into it, and we're going to be talking about this stream. And we need a little bit of FF4 music just to be playing in the background. So we're going to be talking about a whole lot of different stuff, and just because of the current time I'm recording this, not everything has been translated. I'm probably going to do a roadmap video a little bit later once I have a better handle on all the information, but let's go through some of the characters. So first of all, Paladin Cecil. And Paladin Cecil looks to be pretty much similar to kind of Warrior of Light. He was described on stream as being more offensive than Warrior of Light, but he has a lot of defense skills as well. His Limit Burst does single target attack with a chance to stun. He has an ability to reduce all enemies in a specific area the amount of their attack power. He has a spirit and defense increase for party members with a resistance for 3 turns as well on spirit down, I guess. Spirit and defense down, which is interesting. So you can't be debuffed and you actually improve your allies' defense and spirit, but it does cost his own HP. Still probably going to be an incredibly powerful ability. And next up, he also has a he also has an ability that increases his own defense and spirit. The real question on his kit, I'm going to talk a little bit later because we want to just kind of keep moving on to the next character. And before, as the one thing that I've obviously kind of missed right now, for anybody who's curious, he is a light elemental character. So there you go. And he will be coming by himself on July 22nd. I don't know why I keep wanting to say January. I guess the 7 and the 1 kind of look similar. But yeah, probably going to be a really good, strong defensive character. Continuing on, the second character is Kane. Kane will be 1 week later after. Kane is described as a damage dealer. If you are curious, he is a dark elemental character. We don't know about his sub-jobs yet. We'll talk about the other warrior of light, Paladin Cecil's sub-jobs in just a little bit. So anyway, Limit Burst is Dragon Bane. Deals AoE damage with a chance of slow. Also has an ability that is a jump attack, which is interesting because it has a brand new mechanic. His new jump attack has something on it that when it deals damage AoE, but it also reduces the power of healing abilities on the character that are hit by this ability. So that's pretty cool. He has a gap closing AoE ability that has a chance to cause confusion, and he has Piercing Lance, which inflicts piercing resistance down and deals damage, which is great if you're running a whole bunch of spear characters. So early impression upon Kane, just as a dark character, is probably going to counter Paladin Cecil and Warrior of Light quite nicely. The fact that his kit just seems really good with status effects. He can remove healing potential, or lower the effect of healing of the enemy, and he can also just remove piercing resistance. So I think he is looking to be a pretty damn strong character. Continuing on though, I'd be remiss if we didn't start talking about the next character, which is Rosa. And Rosa is a ice elemental character because this game just can't stop with the ice elemental characters. So yes, she is a ice elemental, uses bow as her main weapon. Her limit burst is an AoE HP heal and AP recovery. At the point of this video, we don't know how powerful the AP recovery is, but I should not need to tell you how important AP is in this game, and potential AP recovery is probably just going to be insanely good, unless it's just a small amount of AP, but at the time, we don't know, so I'm just going to assume it's really good. She is Holy in her kit. She has Frozen Arrow, which inflicts ice resistance down and deals damage, and not only that, she has a self-centered AoE ability that grants poison, blind, silence, paralysis, confusion, and stop immunity for 3 turns. Incredibly great, given the fact that status effects seem to be becoming quite ugly in this game, with things like charm or poison or blind or paralysis popping up here and there in different trials. So I think that Rosa is potentially at the moment of recording going to be the next incredibly broken character, because being able to prevent status effects is insanely good, but if she can heal a lot of AP and she has Holy on her too, woof. Also, should be said that for this event, there is going to be a farmable UR quality spear and a farmable UR quality bow, so both a really good weapon for both Rosa and Kane, and it's probably going to be a magic-based bow, which the game has needed, so going to be really, really, really good. Now, continuing on, if I can just skip through the video, Demon Wall is going to be coming to the game as a card and a UR summon that you also get with the card. It is supposed to be an offense-based card and a defense-focused Esper, so another limited defense Esper, which I'm not incredibly excited about, but is what it is kind of thing. Demon Wall also, as a fight, I've heard, has a counterattack that causes Petrify on it. So, yay! Anyway, regardless, that is the summon, and we're just going to continue on and try and get through all the news. From fighting through the event, there is also another piece of equipment, Paladin Cecil's shoulder guard, which is a farmable piece of equipment, and another piece of armor that you will be able to get from playing in this event. So yes, Jesus, man. All right, so we're going to switch over because that's basically everything I need from there, and I will be talking about everything else that is going on because there is so much going on in JP. So now let's keep talking. As I said, Golbez will be fightable during the event. There will also be a total of 5,000 Lapis as just a start that we know about currently. From login rewards from the first day to the 10th day, 500 Lapis each and every day for a total of 5,000 Lapis, plus a whole bunch of extra bonuses. a collaboration challenge mission that will net you some Cecil bonus fragments to make leveling him up to LB3 and LB4 much easier. How much easier? Don't ask me yet. Collaboration daily missions where you will get extra stamina, as well as being able to get some extra bonuses, such as EXP cubes and whatnot. And this is kind of big news. There will be a 1 billion lapis distribution. Now, the way this works is there is going to be a 2-step process to this Volume 1 and Volume 2. By doing the events and quests in Volume 1 and Volume 2, you will earn access to a share of the 1 billion total lapis. The way this works is the more people that participate in it, the more the lapis will be spread out over multiple people. So by completing different challenges over the Step 1 and Step 2, you will be able to earn yourself some massive amount of lapis. So that's pretty exciting. Just the idea that they're going to be rewarding players who are playing the game and giving them a lapis back. And hey, the less people that play, the more lapis I get. So, yay. Continuing on, there will also be, for 15 days, a 10 free summon every single day. So, starting from August 1st to August 16th, there will be a total of 150 summons given away on the JP side. These summons are not necessarily guaranteed anything, but 150 free summons is nothing to scoff about. You'll probably get at least a couple URs out of it, so hey, there you go. Either way, it's 150 free summons. Not damn bad. And now, once that has all been said, we can get into the actual news. So as I said, FF4 will be the major event for the majority of August. From the JP Livestream 2, we will also be getting a free multi-pulse tomorrow that will give you a guaranteed UR, as well as a whole bunch of other stations. So best of luck to everyone on the JP side who's going to be, of course, pulling on a free guaranteed UR. And in a couple of days, Cecil will be coming to the game. Now we get to take a closer look at Cecil. For anybody who's curious about Kane and Rosa, we will get more information next week. All right, continuing on. Cecil has his primary job, which is, of course, his special job. His secondary job is soldier, and his tertiary job is monk. Now, I'm going to just talk about this really quick, why I think this is insanely good. Paladin Cecil currently, as we know, has some really good defensive options, some breaks, and we know that he is a more DPS-focused tank. But the big question in his kit right now is, does he have hate generation? If he has any kind of hate generation, I'm going to say that Paladin Cecil should completely outperform Warrior of Light because his secondary and third jobs. Monk is known for giving a good amount of HP boost, and I do expect that Paladin Cecil's primary job will also have a good amount of HP boost. So Paladin Cecil will probably end up with, I don't know, probably pretty safely at least 5, 6, maybe even 7,000 HP. But with the soldier subclass job, he will also have an insane amount of attack. If he has a soldier passive that gives 60% extra attack boost, then he will just have really strong attack power. Why is this important? Well, if you know soldiers kind of have this one ability that's particularly good, which is called Drain Force. If Paladin Cecil has Drain Force with a large amount of attack, he has an insane amount of HP generation for himself. So not only can he buff the party with great defensive options for others by sacrificing some of his own HP, he can also give himself a big defense and spirit buff. And here's the other thing, if he has hate generation, then he can basically keep the enemy focused on him, which is where you want it, and then he will be also able to restore his own HP with Drain Force. Basically, this guy is looking to be an insanely good unit, also because taking a look at the abilities that we have seen from him, guess what? He has really good range on his abilities too, so a low movement isn't necessarily a death sentence, and who knows, we could even see some quickness up either in Monk or Soldier, depending on what kind of passives they give him. Guess we'll have to kind of wait and see, but yeah. Paladin Cecil will, of course, be getting his, total 50 shards over multiple days quest, and by spending Lapis, you will be getting more extra shards of him, so that, plus all the other ways of getting him, should be pretty easy to get him to LB3 and LB4 before the end of the event, also because his shards will be in the shop for a long time, basically till August 17th. You have a chance to get his character shards, so that's plenty of time to get it out of the Whimsy shop. So I think it's okay. Not great, but okay. Either way, I think Paladin Cecil is going to be really, really good. And continuing on, because of course that's not all the news, we also have the bi-weekly Vision Card banner, and this week I would like to nominate the cutest banner of the entire year. First of all, a brand new card featuring Glassy and her half related sister, Claudia, I do believe it is. Don't kill me on that one. Now, individual unit is piercing resistance up. So it does provide a little bit of protection against an individual unit that gets piercing. The party ability is HP up, and not only HP up, but ice resistance up. Given the number of ice units that seem to be popping up in this game, unbelievable. I think this card is just really good, and I think the artwork is amazing. I freaking love this. I love this artwork so much. I want this card. Also, we're going to be getting a Chocobo summon. So the MR or SSR rarity will get a brand new summon card, the Chocobo card, which is, of course, absolutely adorable, and so is the Chocobo. And the Chocobo itself will be a healing-based summon. So if you were looking for... This is probably going to be the best Esper to put on a healer, if I had to guess right now. And I do have to guess, so I'm going to guess. Individual ability is defense up, and party ability is quickness up. So I think this card is insanely strong. I think the summon is going to be really good on it. I think everything here is just great this week. So, I could also, just to close out, the JP ended up getting some live stream bonuses of 16 16 Rainbow Rocks, 12 UR Orbs, 8 to 80 million gold, 2,000 lapis, and 800 accessory books, 800 armor books. So yeah, there is just so much to process. But I think I'm done. Okay, so with that being said, what are my overall impressions of Final Fantasy IV? Looks like an absolutely amazing collaboration for a couple of reasons. One, it is for a really long time. So I think your chances of getting the characters over that long period of time and having enough time to get the shards out of the Whimsy shop are very good. Secondly, I think the chances of a secondary Final Fantasy IV event in the near future are very possible because of Golbez. Golbez will be in the game fully animated sprites with his own unique animations, and that does point to the fact that he will be a unit in the future, and it makes sense. If you did like a Golbez Rydia secondary part 2 event with Sabin as well, there you go. There's your secondary event 3, 4, 5 months later. I think that the FF4 event is looking absolutely solid for that reason too. Out of the 3 characters, I can see potential in all 3. I can see Cecil being a better, more offensive tank than Warrior of Light, but hold on that for 2 more days till we see if he has hate generation. Rosa, I see potentially being the next incredibly broken unit that will make all future PvE content much easier. Because of her limit burst, AoE heal plus AP heal just seems insanely strong. And to conclude on that, just the fact that she has status protection is also insanely good because status effects are starting to pop up more. And last but not least, Kane seems to be the balancing act to Warrior of Light and Paladin Cecil. He just has defense piercing down, he seems totally offense, and he seems really good at it with some nasty status effects. So all 3 characters seem absolutely amazing. Pick your poison. I wouldn't necessarily pick all 3, but if you want to pick 1 or 2 of them and go for those 2 units, seems like FF4 is going to be incredibly solid, a generous event, a great event, and I am super stoked for it. So if you're interested, please join me on Wednesday, where I will be doing a live stream and doing maybe some polls for Paladin Cecil final kit pending. But anyway, not only that, but JP's, the amount of free stuff we're getting, and not only that, just the live stream bonuses and the new cards. Everything seems absolutely incredible this week and for future weeks on the JP side. So yippee! Oh, and by the way, the FF4 event is a point event where you're farming points, getting boss tickets, and challenging the big boss. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Tell me in the comments, are you excited for all of this great Final Fantasy IV stuff and all this stuff? I know that global players will definitely be wanting everything that we're doing, and I hope you guys get it too. So anyway, I've been streaming for 3 hours and now recorded this video. I'm done. Take care, and I'll do a global video tomorrow about the new vision cards and my thoughts on that. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Woo!